This video is a bit different to what I'm usually doing. I thought I would try and make a Blender video. I want to be able to make the sword from Dark Souls, the Farron Greatsword. I just wanted to see if I could do it. This is as far as I've got so far. I managed to get the nice basic sword shape, but I think it gets more difficult from here because now I've got to do the handle, pommel and stuff, and I don't even know how I'm going to do that bit. First step is to add some more shapes. We have like a cylinder. Also, I am quite new to Blender. This is my first Blender project, but I want to do this to just see if I can do something, you know? If I change that angle to 90 to get it straight, that's looking about in the right place. We want another one. If I move this across like this, there, we rotate it. Oh, I messed up. Rotate it, set it to 90. And there we go. That looks like it's in about the right place. Now I should be able to scale it out probably to about there and scale this out about there and then move this. That sort of proportion is what we're looking for. Save that. Alt Shift S. You'll see that it changes up here to sword 9. Let's start by seeing if we can modify this to be a bit more inline. The best way to do that is if I do a cut about there, it looks like. Oh, wait, maybe we should actually do 2 cuts. Hold up. If we do 2 cuts, we can't move it. So if I do 4, that looks about right. And then press escape, finds it. So yeah. Now if I grab Alt, click that, and then we should be able to just like that, yeah, and then I should do the same on the other side, but we should be fine. Just match up the images and that looks about right. Now you may be wondering why am I doing this, but I thought I want to get into 3D printing, but I don't want to just make it because I feel like it's more fun if I learn how to model it myself. Yeah, so it kind of does something weird here. If I grab this ring, move it to about there, this ring needs to be smaller as well. Have to be entirely perfect. You know what, let's hide this and this so that we can kind of get a better view on it. Oh, I just realized that I've been not scaling this way. That look a bit, that's actually what we want to do, right? If I move it this way a bit, we get kind of like a little bevel, yeah, and then we need to shift half of this somehow. If I do like this and then move that, no, not do what I wanted it to do. Do I have to manually move all of these? Surely not. There's probably a way to do it, but I don't know how. Need to scale this down so it kind of does that. We do the same bit too thin, and then that, and then we move pressing G over to there. Kind of moves this way a bit. We need to move. If I do Alt Shift, all of this way a bit. Yeah, Alt Shift, close that. We want to move it slightly up. Now I'm kind of just eyeballing this whole thing. If that wasn't obvious, it doesn't have to be perfect. I don't know how rotate it. Rotate. That does what I'm learning. A bit more maybe. And then move it this way and that way. And then rotate it kind of twisted, right? What we can do is if I go back to this mode, then we add modifier, edit, mirror, axis. We want delete all of those vertices. Now we have half. Now we do axis, flip. No, flip Y. Z's what we want to flip. There we go. So now, whatever I do on this side should happen on the other side. So if I edit this up, it moves up. Good. We want to rotate this a bit. I am grabbing the wrong page. Just want to rotate it in that angle. And then move it that way. Maybe it doesn't need to be rotated that much. It's like that. It might be a bit chonky. Let me see what it looks like with just, I think everything's a bit too chonky. Wait, if I do a save and a Alt Shift save, Control Shift save, no, Alt Control S. There we go. I want to edit this a bit. So if we grab a slice about there, yeah, and then what we want to do, hide this, and we do a grab this, all of that, right? Focus that, and we do a scale down by, let's just give it a fixed value so we can remember it, 0.6, and then scale this down to 0.6. Oh wait, oops, Z, 0.6. Okay, that's looking about right. I feel like there needs to be more of a gap here. So maybe, is that it? I think so. So maybe this actually, I think if we move that in a bit, it does that. This needs to be scaled down. See that? So it kind of does expand, and then that also needs to be rotated. That's what I'm missing. That, grab it, move it. That looks right. Then we do the same here. Rotate it or grab it, move it. There we go. Now, it's never going to look as good as the professionals. Well, it might one day. I'm happy with that. This is decent. Next step, I kind of want to get this bit. See, like, I don't feel like I should tackle that bit yet. I think we just need to get the basic shape of the sword first. So let's work on that. This should be a lot easier. So we want to scale it down to like, oh, that's not what I wanted it to do. Is it that one? It's that one. Green there. Yeah, and that kept it circular. Let's make it a point over here. Right, and then we want to hide U1 and we'll keep that for now. Right, so we select all of those, we grab a G, and then we do that. I don't really know how to do those bits. That's gonna be difficult. If I add just a bunch of these, like that many, that might give us a better idea. Let's work on just the tip for now. So it kind of goes right. Green square seems to be our magic one. And if I grab you, move you close so that you're like that. Oh, we want to actually select both of those rings. Move it over a bit more there. And I want another one. Select both of you, move you over. It's kind of like there and there, like here. So it kind of goes in, and then we scale that with you. I missed it. I didn't miss it. Just press the wrong button. Scale with S. Yeah. And then move it in slightly. Boom. Lovely. Let me Alt Shift S before I do this. What the hell? Alt Control S. There we go. If I do this and do M at center, boom. It's a bit sharp. You see, it kind of goes out before it goes in. So we need another ring. And let's just move that here, scale it with this, that, and then should be able to merge at center. Then can I add a ring? Wait, actually, I don't want to do that. Redo. Add a ring. Add it like here. Maybe not there. Maybe there, actually. Yeah, that'll work. Then we do... Wait, what am I doing? I don't need to do that. I don't need the ring. We just need to scale this down. Almost touching. Because it kind of doesn't look like it fully goes in, right? Probably don't need this many points, but you know. And then we move this in a bit. Yeah, that looks like a sword. Now, looking at these, meant to be like a bandage, right? Go on here and Control R. That's just doing all of them. We need 2 per, right? Because we need you moved over here, and then you moved over here. And then what we do is we click scale it in slightly. Oh, yeah, that works. And then we do that 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 times. Boom, boom, pow, boom, boom, pow. There's probably a better way of doing this, but you know, it's my first time. So we go to this one, we move G or grab, and we grab you. There's one. Let's line them all up first. What we could possibly do is grab them all and then merge them as one. What happens if I delete vertices? Oh, we can just ignore these. What if I merge at last? Merge by distance? Oh, maybe not. Shift select these two. Just move these across. Boom, boom, boom. And there. You can move out the way. One more here. Like that. So now if I do boom, 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 and click scale, and do tiniest little bit. Hell yeah. They're in no way even. But that's intentional. Totally. Now I need it to kind of flare out by the looks of it. So if I grab this ring here, I want to move it and then scale it, focus in. Whoa, and that looks weird. Also, this should be moved that way a bit. Although it does kind of do that. There's like a gap. Maybe it needs to be moved out. But then how do I... idea. If we select you and extrude, then scale and hidden. Cylinder one bit more back. And there we go. I think that's pretty good. We have this. Now, I have no... I'm pretty sure it's on both sides. It looks like it's on both sides. Well, that's just the image. What we can do is grab a orb, move it all the way to like somewhere, scale it in that direction, maybe a bit longer, move it this way and up, kind of like intersect. Sword. Do I know what I'm doing? Absolutely not. Yeah, because I kind of want it to frame the entire sword. That's what it's doing. So now if I hit tab and I hit right click, subdivide, let's divide it like 6. Seems like an arbitrarily good number. So from here, if we grab faces Oh, don't know what I did there. Select. Hold on. Let me hide you. Select all of those faces. All of those faces. Why did I unselect? And then we grab edges. Wait, no, we have to do this weird. It needs to be merge at center. This. Huh? Merge at, no, merge at center. You. Merge. That's it. We grab this line. We do a merge at center. Okay, it's coming together. Weirdly, but it's coming together. Select anything else. Boom. What happened there? I forgot to unselect. Now we do, yeah, because it kind of has a sharp point and then it kind of tapers. If I scale this in this axis, no, red, no, blue, like that, because we don't want to change the height. At least I don't think we do. And then these, that way, these. Right, and then I think we want to cut you, and then you need to be scaled outwards because it kind of goes, alright, and then we move you so that you're more in line there. And then we need another one there. We go scale, blue, yes, that seems to be working so far. And then kind of comes to a point again. So if we merge at center, frame myself up so that I'm on the head. Yeah, you know what, that works. Let me get rid of this cylinders. I'm pretty sure I'm selecting the right ones. See once we come out of this weird view. Oh no, why did that merge with that one? Boom, 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 boom. That looks about reasonable. We might be somewhat, if I scale it slightly. He's a genius, although he has lined it up. Move it, G, grab, slightly down, peeking out, hide this and scale it a bit more. You know what? That ain't half bad. This looks a bit strange. This bit here looks a bit strange. And I think I see why. If we move this that way a bit, you see how it kind of comes out before we need a second one. So it goes out, in, and then in again. So if I grab a second one, so if we make this in again, which seems to be about lining it up roughly there, and then we scale on the wrong thing, scale with blue, yeah, that looks right, and then we line you up with our second point here, and then we scale blue again slightly. Next step is trying to make that pattern, which looks like a flower. It's very hard to see, but it's like a flower goes 1, 2, 3, 4, big petal, big petal. I have no clue how to do that. Cylinders. Cylinders is going to be our friend. You know what? Let's save this. Let's mess around over here. So we want a cylinder, and then we want another cylinder. This one should be scaled so that it's like right and like this. Okay, and then it just needs to be rotated. So it's like that. Grab, move it, boom. Yes. And now we Control C and Control V. We move it and we do a slight rotate. Maybe this one needs to be actually rotated more. Control C, Control V, grab. Is there a way to mirror like these? Probably move both of these in. They kind of line up, right? It kind of moves. Well, we need 2 more. And then we grab you, scale you out, scale both of these actually. And the rotation's different, so I can't do that. It needs to be like that. And then, boom, grab, move, boom, rotate. Actually, we just delete this. Control C, Control V. Right click, mirror X, grab, boom. Now this needs to be higher. That's the wrong one. Higher, please. Yes. Now if we grab something like this and we do an inset faces, yes. Inset faces. Does this work? Wait, I think I've accidentally done it. I did. Hello, yeah, there we go. So it's like this. And then we do face delete, right? I forgot to insert a face on this. Let's try and see if we can hit both of them. I don't really understand how this works. Maybe we can't do that. There, insert, there. And then we do boom, delete, faces. Maybe we don't want all of these. So now, I think if I do this, and we do F, no, is that not how it works? This and this, F, this, F. Okay, maybe we just were on the wrong mode. F, boom, 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 F. What the hell? Face. There must be a better way to do this, but I don't know it. So let's do it the tedious way. This, meh. I just want at least one of tab. Right. Insert faces, tab, insert thickness. this. We just delete this. Inset with I. Boom. Then we do this and we do extrude that. There we go. Should have just done that in the first place. Insert, extrude. Boom. Now we're cooking. Now we just want to duplicate this a bunch of times. Mirror X. It looks like it's about there. Rotate. Is it 3 or 4? These are smaller. That looks about right. Move you out. Paste. Don't rotate. Mirror X. Paste. Rotate. Grab. Boom. Boom. And then copy. Paste. Mirror X. Like that. This one also needs the bevels. Grab you, extrude. Make sure we don't extrude it too much. I think it needs another one actually, because it goes in, but then this bit's out. I grab another one, and then we grab you and extrude. Maybe too high. We can move it just by grabbing it. Yeah, we need to like somehow cut this shape. We hide you. Vertices. One too many. Vertices. There we go. So now we do the same for the outside one. I deleted the wrong one. Oops. Let me focus over here. Boom. Boom, and boom. If I bring the other cylinder back, kind of works. Now, if I do this and scale it all down, all of these need to, and then if we just, can we merge all of these? Wait, Alt Shift, save, merge, join. Now, this might be a mistake. Edges, vertices. Okay, maybe it wasn't. We just go select all of these. Not that one. Where is it? This one, and this one. I think we need to join this one and this one first. And then we join this, and this. Yeah, grab, move, and move. You just hide it. Yeah, it's not perfect. But is anything? Boom, 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 boom. Boom. You. Boom. You know what? Kind of worked. Now, if I grab, move it up, way too far up, embed it slightly, scale it up, move it there-ish. And you know what? It kind of works. Let's just hide this image for now. And let's grab you, shift you up. For my first attempt, I'd say that is, or if I just, we want to click apply and then click join. It kind of worked. And there we go. One Dark Souls inspired Farron Greatsword. I don't know if it's the right length, but I think that looks okay. Should I put it in a render? What if if we go to shading, add, oh god, how does this work? Metal. Click that button, make it metal. Add color ramp input. Color ramp, done. Color metallic. Add color ramp. I don't understand how this works. Color ramp. Noise texture. You into you. Mapping. What? Mapping. Vector mapping. Yeah. And that goes into vector. And then texture coordinate. This generated goes into vector. Oh my god. Bump. And then bump goes into where? Normal. There. Voronoi noise texture. This one, color to height, vector map, vector to vector, add noise texture, color to vector. I don't know if this is doing anything. Oh, and then these two, apparently, it is kind of doing something. Need to map into there. Move that a bit and move that to the middle. Okay, noise texture, scale 10, detail 15, roughness 0.8. Oh, I moved the wrong color ramp, didn't I? That goes to the middle. That stays there. Oh, that's doing something. Wait, we're cooking. Bottom noise texture over here. We change detail to 8. Roughness 0.6. In this one, change it to 2.5 and detail to 0.1. Bump, strength 0.1. Principal, base JF, change color to like gray. Whoa! You know what? That doesn't look bad. I'll give it to this person. Obviously, this probably shouldn't have been merged. How do I like fix this? I want to export STL. Farron Greatsword. We have an STL file. I need something to download it with. Should, hopefully. It's gonna be huge, but we should be able to see my sword. Fingers crossed. Oh, it's tiny. That looks a bit more reasonable. See if it will slice. 58 minutes. You know what? It works.